you sure you want me here for the intro? Oh yeah, you're totally cool. Saturday was just a special kind of loss, and obviously you were in no shape to sit here for the intro of it, and I just let you be to compose yourself, and yeah, no, that's fine. Oh, goody. Okay, does that mean that we get to share this whole fan reaction video? Or better yet, do I get to do this fan reaction all by myself? Don't get any ideas, okay? You needed to be here so that everybody knew that you were still alive, okay? This game was quite a mess, and I am going to talk about it all by myself. You shoo away, shoo. See ya Friday. Preds lose 5-2 to the Carolina Hurricanes Wednesday night, 2 days after Christmas, inside Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. This game was terrible from start to finish, and I don't think it was a brain fart carried over from their terrible finish to Saturdays that some of us may still be thinking about, but I have just tried to move away from and not think about until we have to face the Dallas Stars again this season. Then we'll deal with Saturday. I just don't want to think about it anymore because I didn't let it cloud my Christmas, so why should I let it cloud my New Year's into a better 2024? There was only one real bright spot in this game, and he wears number 30, but we'll get to him. This Preds team outshot the Hurricanes. And let's not overshadow the fact this is the same Hurricanes team without Antti Raanta in that he was the backup after going down to the minors and then being called up. So he was the backup tonight against Kochniev. Is that how you say it? Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. The Preds outshot the Hurricanes in every single period. 11-9 in the first, 17-10 in the second, and 9-6 in the third period. But the Hurricanes made you pay. And the worst culprit of all was your penalty killing. You took stupid GD penalties against this Hurricanes team. So of course they're going to make you pay, going 3 for 6 on a power play against you. I know I've been talking about wanting to be in the Eastern Conference. You know, if they were in the Eastern Conference right now, the Preds, the Hurricanes would be feasting on the Preds. I didn't realize this until I looked it up within the last 5 minutes of the third period tonight. And I just wanted to kill time because I was curious about something. Do you know, since the beginning of the 2015-2016 season, when the Preds and Canes opened the season against each other inside Bridgestone Arena and the Preds won that game 2-1, since then, the Preds have only recorded one win at home against the Hurricanes, and that was last season. Okay, the Hurricanes own the Preds inside Bridgestone Arena. Maybe I shouldn't be such a proponent for the Preds moving to the East, because the Hurricanes would be getting 2 points inside Bridgestone Arena multiple times this season with how this team doesn't step up against this team for some reason. And of course, the Preds' luck. When a player on the opposing team has a chance to hit a big mile marker in his career, he hits it against the Preds. Congratulations, Sebastian Aho. I never knew you could get it so easily, but hey, you've got skill, and I'll give you that for 500 career points. And yeah, like I said, the Preds were out shooting the Hurricanes through each of the 3 periods. The first 2 periods when it was 5-2 after 2, and then Saros would get pulled for Askarov. Let's not overshadow that. Askarov is up with the team because, of course, the Preds have to go through the doldrums of Lankinen being out with a mysterious illness. Hopefully he's okay, because you'd prefer Askarov getting playing time down in Milwaukee. Fortunately, they won tonight, so they didn't really miss him too much. Askarov having to come in relief. He stopped all 6 shots that Carolina threw at him. So if Lankinen is still out, I would suspect that Askarov would get Friday in Detroit, and then Saros gets to clean it up again in Washington. Just like if Lankinen is somehow healthy enough for Friday, he gets Friday in Detroit, and then Saros gets Saturday. No reason for any of these 3 goalies to play back to back and run them dry. I guess the only real issue I had in the game that probably affected the Preds was when Gustav Nyquist made it 2-1, and then Svechnikov runs into him, knocks him down. Gustav Nyquist would get pulled for concussion protocol, I would assume, because he went back to the Preds locker room. Fortunately, he's okay and would return to the game. But in the moment, they assessed a 5-minute major. I thought that was too much. And Wes McCauley reviewed it and said it was nothing at all. No, in that situation, I'm sure Svechnikov didn't mean it, but in that situation, you've got to be in control and watch where you're going. He should have gotten at least 2. I could have lived with that, no problem. Because then later on, when they had to review Luki Evangelista's double minor for high sticking that drew blood, yes, they also did the right thing there of calling for the review, which they had the right to do, and upholding that it was a double minor for 4 minutes. And the only thing good out of the Preds penalty killing there was the fact that they let the Canes score in the first half, but then were able to kill off the entire second half of the double minor and stop the bleeding somewhat. At least they're done playing the Canes at all this season, which they wouldn't be if they were in the same division. This team has got to get its heads out of their respective butts. Okay? Let me watch myself there so I don't say any words that get me flagged for foul language. And hey, they were in the same boat as Carolina was, as any other of the teams that played today. First game back for a lot of teams today after the Christmas break. Because after December 23rd, as some of you may know, and for those who don't know, you can't have a practice on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or Boxing Day. And if you're the road team, you can't even travel until like 8, 9 o'clock the day of the game. So all these games today, geographically, were pretty close together so as not to be unfair. Or if you had the day off entirely, and then you had a longer travel day for games tomorrow. So the Preds had no excuse. They should have had a good practice this morning to shake off whatever was Friday. But I don't even think that was the issue. They just were basically outplayed from start to finish by the Hurricanes, as I think the Hurricanes had a plus 60% on the faceoffs. Like I said, they went 3 for 6 on the power play. And this was a team that was massively outshot, but they just took control when they had the chances. Preds have got to clean up the penalties and be a lot more disciplined. And you can't take for granted that you have an underachieving Detroit team that you're going into their building on Friday night to play. Clean it up and salvage 2023 with a win. Hopefully, too, when you play Washington the very next night after Detroit on Saturday in Washington, who's going to want revenge for losing to you 3-1 2 weeks ago. So that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click a like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Even though the Preds lost another game, you don't want to see them lose 3 in a row come Friday night. You can find my social media by clicking on a channel name where you can interact with me live during every Preds games, unless they play a matinee game when I'm at my other job. Tell all your friends about Redemption, and hopefully, collectively, psychologically, we can turn this ship around and get more wins out of this team, because we know what they're capable of. And I will talk to you after Friday's game in Detroit.